Hello, very warm welcome. You're watching a special series on ET Now. This is Priyanka Uppal. As we celebrate the 78th year of independence, we celebrate it with legacy brands, brands that have lived close to 100 years or more than that. Way back in 1945, a small woolen mill in Thane was set up that was Raymond's Woolen Mill. This later resulted into India's first homegrown ready-to-wear brand. The brand, the group, saw many milestones during this entire iconic and transformational journey. Getting into FMCG, to scaling its lifestyle business, to demerging its real estate business, and even consolidating its engineering business. The group needs no introduction. And today, to walk me through this transformational journey is Gautam Singhania himself. Gautam, Chairman and Managing Director of Raymond Group, is here with us to take us through this entire transformational journey. Thank you so much, Gautam, for being with us today.
Thank you.
I must congratulate you first. Under your leadership, the kind of steps, the kind of decisions the group has taken has been commendable.
So, we had this whole vision of what we wanted to do, and unfortunately we had it pre-COVID, but then COVID hit us very hard and, business came to a grinding halt. But I think really when we sold the FMCG business, we were able to reduce our debt to zero. Yeah. It was a good deal. It was the beginning of the realization of the dream, because as soon as we did that, we were able to announce the demerger of the lifestyle business.
Sure.
Which should get over hopefully in the next month. Raymond has gone ex-lifestyle in July, and now the regulatory process is on. So hopefully that would have created a lot of shareholder value. Yes, you're right. The three different businesses now, there's real estate, engineering, auto, and lifestyle. We've also announced the demerger of the real estate business, so we'll have a pure play real estate company by next year. Sure. Scaling that business has been pretty rewarding, I would say. And especially, when we started, there were cynics who said, "Ye log kya karenge, ye log ko kya pata hai real estate ko." But the good thing is, आज भी हमको कुछ नहीं पता है, लेकिन चल रहा है धंधा.
So the kind of bookings that we've seen for Raymond Realty.
So I would say, if you look at it, it's two ways to look at it. We didn't come from the real estate business, so we didn't know the business. We didn't come from the real estate business, so we wrote our own rule book. And I think our rule book seems to be working for us. I think today we have built one of the most formidable brands in Bombay market. We're delivering all our projects at least 2 years ahead of schedule. Our new project will be 2 years and 6 months ahead of schedule of RERA commitments. So we built a solid brand. You're absolutely right. Even Bandra, the bookings have been very strong. The reports that have come out show we're the number one in terms of sales in Bandra and Thane. Both markets we're number one. So that's a heartening and a rewarding feeling that in a space which is 25,000-30,000 developers, you're in 5 years right on top. So yeah. It's rewarding and satisfying.
So just to add more to this perspective only, and the kind of campaigning we have seen, the complete man, the campaigns and the constant messaging that you've carved out a niche in men's clothing. But why just men clothing? Did you miss on the rest half of the population?
Well, I think women are complicated.
Personally, I would like to at least understand that.
It's the women business, on a serious note, is a very complicated business. Whilst you say it seems very synergistic to make men's clothing and women's clothing.
Okay.
But making women's clothing is as different as making steel.
Okay.
It's a totally different business, and we have the two things. We've evaluated it carefully, and we feel that there's enough scope for us to invest within the menswear space yet. But I think the bigger issue is that we did some market survey, and the men are reacting very badly to the brand going to the women's space. The men are actually saying, this is one thing that's for us, leave it alone.
Okay.
And so there's a strong sense of ownership, which is very interesting, where the men are saying this belongs to us. Don't get women involved with this brand.
So men wanted a clear dominance.
Yeah, clear dominance. That's what's actually come out in the market survey.
Yeah.
So we have enough to do in the men's space, and we continue to grow in the men's space. This year we will open over 300 stores. So there's a lot that's going on. So, and we got into the women's space in a very small way.
Okay.
But we quickly realized that we have a bigger right to win in the men's space.
That's what your transformation, the steps that you've always taken, that has actually led to a transformational journey. And talking about from shareholders' perspective, investors also love pure play businesses, and the kind of demerger you did it at the right time for lifestyle business, and then understanding the need of demerging your real estate business, considering minority shareholders' interest also. You have been a big wealth creator. Your stock has been, actually Street loves your stock. What kind of revenue stream do you see, not just developing your own land bank, but also the kind of opportunities which JD model?
So we've already done 4 JDAs.
Yes.
In a span of 2 years. We've done Sion, we've done Mahim, we've done Bandra, we've done second one in Bandra, and then many more in the pipeline. So whilst we started with a historical land has its own life cycle, and we've delivered over 1,000 apartments so far.
Sure.
1,200 apartments so far. And we continue to deliver faster than anybody else. I mean, Address by GS, which was due in December 2027, will be delivered in September 25.
Yeah.
2 years and a quarter is a long time, because somebody buying that apartment is saving rent where he's staying, and he's getting his dream home much here. I mean, what is the time value
much ahead of time.
somebody's life?
Yeah.
I mean, you get to enjoy your dream home 2.5 years earlier. There's a huge value to that.
So, did you time it like that? Because Mumbai is going through a transformational journey in terms of entire landscape of Mumbai is changing, and not just landscape, even the structural changes are coming. Connectivity is getting better, roads are getting better, lot is being taken care of in terms of infrastructure development also. Is that the right time also that you?
I think sometimes timing happens by coincidence.
Okay.
You know, जब अपने मन की नहीं होती तो भगवान के मन की होती है.
हाँ.
So we happen to be in the right place at the right time. You're right, Bombay is transformationally changing. Most societies want to redevelop.
Yes.
The laws are conducive to it. People are getting the correct FSI, the right momentum. So large societies are coming up for redevelopment. I look at Bombay, I look out of my window every day, and I said, this is all raw material for me.
Yeah.
And there's enough food to go around for everybody.
Yeah, there's a phenomenal opportunity available in terms of JD model.
Yeah, massive. So
Yeah.
if Mumbai has to get rebuilt, like Pradhan Mantri ji said, हमारा भारत बन रहा है,
Right.
तो मेरा मुंबई भी तो बन रहा है.
Right.
And the infra is coming up.
Yeah.
So the city is moving out a bit. So I think there's a lot happening in just the Bombay market.
Yeah. So Gautam, tell us also about one more segment for which market participants Street is very excited about. Your bigger revenue potential vertical could be engineering business, wherein business of aerospace, EV component and defense, all is there. What are your plans about this division?
So yeah, you're right. I mean, that was a really lucky acquisition that we made. More a merger between our engineering business and Many Engineering. Many's got a lot of good skill sets, especially in titanium and aerospace, etc. The thing is, the merger has just finished a couple of months ago, and we have some big plans. So it's all on the drawing board, so I can't be very specific.
Sure.
But yes, there's a huge opportunity in that space, and specifically with Make in India. We are evaluating quite a few opportunities there.
Sure, it is actually a wealth creating act the way investors see it. Tell us, let's just go back in time, because we're celebrating the 100 years of Raymond also. You are in the 100th year, and we're celebrating 78th year of independence. How did you throughout this journey, how has the consumer's taste and preference towards clothing, fashion, how resilient Indian textile industry could be shaping up, understanding everything is, a lot of focus is being given on Make in India now. How is Indian textile industry shaping?
I think the industry is shaping really well, because first, it's a labor intensive industry. So apart from your domestic, where India's got 1.3 billion people and a large middle class, you're bound to have large domestic consumption. I think with things like what's happening in Bangladesh will play into India's hand. India will have a great opportunity. And from our point of view, maybe again it's timing, we just invested a lot of capex for capacity expansion, which has all just come online and is perfectly timed. So we have actually capacity to offer customers who want to move from Bangladesh to India. Everybody, when you're sitting in a boardroom in the US, you look to the east, and where do you go? India and China, and people want to de-risk from China. So it's China plus one strategy.
Yes.
Our exports are going up. So I think Make in India, domestic consumption, is all really a great cocktail.
Right. A lot of bilateral trade happened between India and Bangladesh also, and the kind of numbers which are put forward is that maybe 25% of the Indians own mills or owns their factory set up in Bangladesh. They could relocate to India. Do you see?
We're not one of them, so we're very lucky.
Yeah. So Gautam, also tell us, and throughout these years, this transformational period that Raymond has gone into, what has been your biggest learnings? What has, or any mistakes that you were very open about talking about also?
No, listen, if you're going to have a 40-year career in business, you're always going to make mistakes. At every stage you have mistakes, at every stage you have learnings. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with making a mistake. It's always better to learn from the mistake. So I think, I mean, if you ask me candidly, when I took ownership control of the company in 2016, we went around professionalizing the company and we got it completely wrong. We made a lot of mistakes. We brought in a lot of advisors, and I took my, to be honest, I took my eye off the ball. And then COVID hit us, so we had a double whammy. But you know what? We're not going to make that mistake again. I'm working 24/7. I'm active CEO. I'm not taking my eye off the ball. And I think, we came out of the COVID mess with God's grace, and today, I think the company is in a different zone. We've got 3 businesses which are doing well. We're creating shareholder value. And nothing succeeds like success. I mean, nothing motivates you like success. So as you start succeeding, as you start winning, you want to win more. Yeah. And today, with God's grace, the company is in a good space, and I couldn't ask for more.
Thank you so much, Gautam, for talking to us, giving your time to ET Now. Thank you so much. We wish brand Raymond more and more excellence time to come.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.